Daisy Ridley will forever be getting questions about Star Wars. For one, because she was in the sequel trilogy as Rey, one of the most despised characters that we've seen in media over the last several years, but also because she hasn't really done anything with her career after that. So people are constantly asking her, are you ready to go do another Star Wars movie? Would you ever come back to Star Wars? Would you ever come back to Lucasfilm? And even though it didn't seem like she really had any interest after Rise of Skywalker, as the years go by and she continues to not really do much in Hollywood, it seems like that answer might be changing pretty soon. And she's still talking about Star Wars. Daisy Ridley hypes up one new Star Wars Disney Plus show. And of course, it's the one that people have the least amount of interest in, The Acolyte. She says that everybody should really go, that she hears it's incredible and she can't wait for The Acolyte. But then other rumors started to swirl. Daisy Ridley returning to Star Wars as Rey for more movies. A noted Star Wars leaker, Josh from Den of Nerds, you are now known as a noted Star Wars leaker, has speculated that Daisy Ridley will be returning as Rey in future Star Wars movies. And here's Josh from Den of Nerds. Daisy Ridley is coming back as Rey from what I've heard. I think you'll start to see more and more of her talking Star Wars leading up to the announcement. And this is one of the things that made a lot of this speculation go wild. This is from January 22nd, a day before that tweet was put out. Very interesting IMDb interview with Daisy Ridley.
Looking back, what was the one Rey scene that you're most proud of?
Oh my gosh. The thing that springs to mind is in The Force Awakens with Harrison Ford, the little-known actor. He gave me the gun. I say something like, I can take care of myself.
God, what a cringe fucking scene.
Or something.
I think I can handle myself.
I was so nervous that when he was doing it, I was like, oh my God, it's Harrison Ford. So I was like proud that I got through the thing and seemed fairly casual.
Do you think
Here is the part that matters.
you'll ever revisit the franchise at some point?
I mean, I'm open to a phone call. I'm looking for employment.
I'm open to a phone call. I'm looking for employment. Now, this is following a visit from Daisy Ridley to Lucasfilm. She was there apparently to have lunch with Kathleen Kennedy. Nothing official, just having lunch, just catching up, things like that. But if you're Lucasfilm, what else you got to do? What else are you going to do? And here's some reactions to this. I've heard all the coming movies will involve sequel trilogy characters, but they won't be the leads. There's always a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation coming out of everything happening at Lucasfilm. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens. I wouldn't be surprised if John Boyega, after all this talk, all this stuff, comes crawling back to Disney if they offer him enough money. But we know at this point, I know a lot of people wanted to believe these rumors about a reboot, about all this shit. It was never going to happen. It was never in the works. It was never real. It was never going to happen. They were never going to reboot anything. These people don't give a fuck. They're all on the same team. The Mandoverse, people wanted to think that, well, they're going to use the Mandalorian. It's going to be used to reboot. They're making sequel trilogy connections in that series. They've done it from the beginning. Season 1, Season 2, there are sequel connections to it. It's not going to be rebooted. So it's not going to be rebooted. Hey, why not, Disney? Go ahead. You've already killed Star Wars. You might as well bring the whole gang back together. Bring in Rey for another Star Wars movie.